Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the presentation of PharmCare. PharmCare, a system designed for pharmaceutical distribution companies that deal directly with manufacturers to warehousing, then restock in their chemist or distribution network chemists. So without ado, I'll quickly log into the system through the admin panel, which means the big bosses panel. And immediately you log in, first thing that happens is you see the expiry drugs. Now this is very important because we are all about stock levels. So we are a regulated industry, and to be able to know which drugs are expired or almost expired, or the stock levels that and the batches that are almost expired, is very important to our profitability and how to handle that. So you'd be able to quickly see what's happening and follow up on it immediately. So we'll close that and showcase the rest of the system. So where you land on is the admin panel, the dashboard as we call it, that gives you all the reports from the number of customers, the total medicine in your database, whatever stock is out that you need to reorder, and the expired medications, which at now is at 0. Your income statements, you know how you're doing for this month depending on the drugs you have in your system, and monthly progress in terms of consumption and sales. You'd have your customer database right there, such that you'd be able to add, remove your customers, and your customers actually means the shops in your distribution system. So you can be able to add, but for now I'll show you what the customer list looks like, so that you get a picture of the sort of data you'd be collecting from your customers to be able to push orders and reorders from them. So again, you can add a customer, credit a customer, and check out which customer has paid, and you can be able by the way to search by a customer name so that you can filter that. So we can Ahmed, and you can see that is filtered instantly. So that's a live search working for you. You have all the information relevant to a customer and their balances, those who are owing and those who have paid, and the positives and negatives, and you have your balances at the bottom. I'll quickly show you the manufacturers or who your suppliers would be. You can add the manufacturer, but for now I'd like to show you the manufacturer listings so that you can see how the data would be presented and how you'd be able to consume the data. So then the data would have not only a number but also the manufacturer names, the addresses, the contact details, and so on and so forth. So this is customizable again according to your needs, but this gives you a very good indication of who owes you what money and who has been paid. And so this is a very good section for not only administrators but accounts and decision makers to keep seeing. So again, you can add a manufacturer, or you can check out the manufacturer ledger. So again, the manufacturers are your suppliers who would be dropping their goods in your warehouse. So in case there's any ledger or balances, you can check from here. You'd select which manufacturer or supplier, and you'd be able to put in the dates for which they are claiming you owe them a certain amount of money for the ledger, and then you can ask the system to find this particular information for you. The system itself processes and tells you whether there's a balance or not. If they still claiming there's a balance, there's that quick list that was available here. Then next we have the entire medicine database. You will be able to upgrade or upload a CVS or a predetermined medicine list from a different system if you have one and you're trying to upgrade to our system. So you'll be able to add all these details about a particular medicine and include the picture. So let's just have a look at the entire medicine list so we can get a feel of what our database would look like or the upload would look like. So this is the entire database that is currently on this system. You can export this in Excel, in PDF, and so on and so forth. You can add more medicine to the system, and you'll be able to even edit in case the milligrams or the strength is indicated in a wrong way, or the image or the packaging has changed or been upgraded. I'll quickly take you next to the purchases. So this is where your sales are at. You can quickly add a purchase or check out the purchases that have been done on the platform via the POS, the point of sale systems, or from the warehouse as a sales platform. So sales tracking platform, sorry. So you'll be able to see what has been sold, which date it was sold, and from which manufacturer it came from. That gives you a very good indication of the database of sales. Again, you can filter according to date, and also maybe according to the manufacturer. So let me put in Radiant as one of the manufacturers, and you can see it's filtered, live filtered to that particular manufacturer invoice. And we can see when we requested to see the invoice itself, you can see what happened in that transaction. All the invoices would be here from the POS systems in your shops and also from your warehouse. So we can add as many shops as you want, or you can just focus on selling from the warehouse. So there are return policies, more so when it comes to breakages of pharmaceuticals or other lab equipments, and also in terms of expired drugs. So you can track all this relevant to where it was returned or who it was returned to. So if you had chemists or shops in your distribution system who returned drugs to your warehouse, you'd be able to track that. And also if you returned drugs to a manufacturer, then they would be tracked, and the amount in terms of cost would also be tracked. Together with the purchase ID would be put in as we add the return itself. Then next we can check our stock level, stock report or available stock. Let's just quickly look at the stock report tab, and you can see the system loads quite easily. It's quite light, so it works very well on any type and size of device. So again, we can see the stock levels that are at 0, and we can actually include a plugin that filters according to what stock level you want to monitor. As an example, you don't have to wait for a particular drug to get to 0 stock for it to give you an alert when you log in. You can set it as at 10, 20, 50, 1,000, whatever it is you want. So these are features we can continuously add in relevant to your requirement, and you can just filter this also according to the available stock at the moment, such that you don't look at the entire database. And you can quickly search for any drug. Let's say let's search for Napa, and you could be able to see that particular drug, its sale price, its purchase price, and if you're making a margin, the quantities that are in, the quantities that have been sold, the stock itself in the end, and so on and so forth, in terms of also value of money you're holding in stock. Then next we have bank details. Now this is important because most of the times organizations do run different bank accounts, multiple bank accounts, and this helps admin or accounts departments be able to know where they're paying from. Again, this is just numbers they add in and remove relevant to what they're spending. So you don't have to keep going back to the bank. You can just keep track of your accounts from right here, and just be confirming end month that you're in the same line or the same amount in your bank accounts. So these are accounts relevant to your bank and relevant to those monies that you keep in your distribution. So your debits, your cash adjustments, the customer accounts, and so on and so forth. When it comes to reports, we have a whole line of reports on sales, users, purchase reports, and so on and so forth. You can quickly look at the sales report. You can see who sold the drugs or which branch sold the drugs. So this would help people know exactly what happened on the ground and tabulate where your business is actually coming from. As you can see, those are all walk-ins. We also do have features on HR, taxation, and services according to what you want. Then we can customize this system according to much more features that you might have imagined. So we can be able to give roles to your employees in warehouses to receive and dispatch. We can create ideas around delivery itself, and be able to track who picked up deliveries and who dropped them in each shop, and showing that they actually got received and are signed for or authenticated upon arrival. So thank you very much for this and any other system you have in mind. Disruptive Limited helps you realize your dream and smoothline your business processes in terms of systems. We work on custom systems end to end, and you can find us on disruptive.co.ke and on YouTube too as a channel to see more content on disruptive.co.ke. Thank you very much.